So we're going to get straight into it. Um, we're going to be using exactly a squishy ball and a something that resembles a yoga block. So maybe a Tupperware, or if you do have a yoga block at home, or even you could use the squishy ball as well for the stuff that we're going to use the yoga block for. Okay. All right. But if you don't have a yoga block, just use the squishy ball as an alternative. There she goes running. Okay. But we're going to start lying on our back anyway, with the ball between our knees. Yes. Oh, that's perfect. I like that. Nice. Cool. Okay, so we're going to start lying on our back with the ball between our knees. Okay. I'm going to take you to 2 minutes past because we're 3 minutes past now. As we're lying down on our back here with the ball between our knees, feet flat, hip width distance. Just take a moment to try and just relax into the floor behind you, noticing the back of your skull and the back of your pelvis on the ground. Nice. Cool. Before you do anything else, notice as well where that ball is at. So, ball between your knees, and you've got equal pressure on that ball as you lie here. Okay, so you're just bringing that pressure equality straight from the get-go. Take a nice big inhale with me at the bottom, and we're going to exhale, tuck and round into the lower back and give the ball a good squeeze. Nice. And then it's an inhale to release the squeeze, arch into the lower back. Think about filling the tummy, filling the lower back with breath, and exhale, big old squeeze, tuck and round. Nice. Inhale to release the squeeze. Arching gently into the lower back. Exhale, squeezing the ball. Awesome. We're going to increase the movement now. So we're going to take the exhale and tuck and squeeze and bring it up into a bridge. So we're exhaling, squeezing, tucking, lifting. Inhale at the top, take a moment. And exhale from the upper back to the mid back to the lower back to the butte, all the way down to the ground. Okay, so one vertebra at a time down. Releasing the squeeze on the ball on the inhale at the bottom. And we exhale, squeeze, tuck, lift. I want you to really feel the openness at the front of the hip joints here. That's pretty much my aim for today's class, is opening the front line. So feel that buoyancy, and then slow descent, one vertebra at a time. Take yourself down. We're going to go for 6 more of these. When you come to the top, again, we squeeze, tuck, lift, pause at the top, and notice the openness at the front of the hips. I want you to really encourage that hip extension. Where does hip extension come from? Gluteus maximus. So feel the glutes squeeze on, and then slowly come down. Nice. 5 to go. Inhale to release the squeeze. Exhale to squeeze, tuck, lift. Opening up the front line at the top, but keep those ribs nice and heavy. And then slow descent, one vertebra at a time, upper back. Keep the squeeze on the ball if you can. Mid back, lower back, and release. Good job. 4 to go. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze, tuck, lift. Ribs stay nice and heavy at the top. Beautiful. Inhale. And exhale, slowly down. Try keep the squeeze. And for 2, hopefully they're starting to feel nice and smooth now. Maybe you're noticing the inner thighs a little bit. That's good. Exhale, squeeze, tuck, lift. Ribs stay heavy at the top. Inhale. And exhale, slow descent. All right, on this last one, Let's try and hold it at the top if you can. So let's take it up. Exhale, squeeze, tuck, lift, pause. Okay, I've just lit a fire underneath your booty. Keep it up there, right? So try and keep that consistent height of your bum. Take an inhale. Exhale, squeeze the ball between the inner thighs. Inhale to release. So you're kind of playing this tug of war. Keep going. Exhale to squeeze, inhale to release. It's like this little tug of war between the squeeze and that like impulse to want to let your bum sink in space. Don't let it happen. So perhaps you could simultaneously squeeze and tuck. Go for 6. 5, very nice. Good. Keep those ribs nice and heavy. 4, good. 3, nice. 2, and last time. Good. And then let's slowly lower ourselves all the way down. Nice. Bring the knees to the chest just momentarily. Take a little rock and roll from side to side. So good. And we're going to take the ball away from the inner thighs just for a moment. Bring it to your tailbone, okay? So ball under bum. We're going to come into hip flexion, but there's still going to be a nice opportunity to keep the hips open. Let's extend our left leg out long. And this left leg now, where my hand is on my left hip, I want to keep that area nice and open. But I'm going to drive my left heel into the floor. So I'm pressing my heel into the floor to activate my hamstrings. I'm going to draw my navel in and up. Think about a little tuck of the tail. So tuck, belly to spine, and then right leg lifts into tabletop, and then maybe we can straighten out that right leg as best you can. I know it's the first thing that we're doing here. Reach your arms up to the sky if you feel you can. Just notice that balance. Take a nice solid inhale. Keep pressing the left heel into the floor, so much so that you feel your left hip open up even more. Lower back is really going to want to arch here, so think about that tuck, the drawing of the navel to the spine. And then maybe you can do a tiny little circle with that right foot on the ceiling. It shouldn't be able to be too big. And as you draw this little circle, I want you to think about and feel and consciously choose your lower abdominals for stability. Okay? Not your neck, not your shoulders. Lower abdominals for stability. Go for 4 more. Keep pressing the left heel through the floor. 3, good. 2, if you could think about one more thing, just try and breathe. Last one, and then just reverse that direction, because I always feel like subconsciously we choose the easiest direction first. Keep pressing the left heel into the floor. Keep squeezing the left glute. Keep drawing your navel to your spine. 3, 2, 1, good. And then slowly lower that right foot down. We're going to do exactly the same thing on the left side. So press the right heel into the floor. Bring the left knee into space, into your tabletop. So right heel is pressing down into the floor. To take this extension out of the lower back, we need to tuck and round. Draw your navel to your spine. Good. Straighten out that left knee as best you can. Good. And then slowly start a little circle. Shouldn't be able to be very big at all. Nice. Good. Keep pushing that right heel through the floor. Keep squeezing your right glute. Keep drawing your navel to your spine. Try not to let that tension in the lower body travel to the neck and shoulders. The core is solid and switched on. Go for 3 and 2. Good. Last time, and then just a little reversal. Nice. Good. For 4. Well done. 3. Keep pushing that right heel through the floor. 2 and 1, and then let's take that right leg, reach it up towards the sky to meet the left. Nice. Well done. Cool. Something super similar, super familiar rather. We're going to take our right arm, reach it back. Left leg is going to slowly travel forward. The left heel doesn't have to touch the floor, but you can feel it out if you want to and go for that little heel tap on the ground. And then bring it back to center. Opposite side, reach. Nice, and back. Well done. So if you're getting the heel to tap the ground, try not to let it be from the knee bending. It's pure hip extension and hip flexion. Good. There we go. 4, 3. Very nice. 2. And last time. Both legs are going to reach up towards the sky. Take your hands back to the ball behind you. So you're just going to hold onto the ball there. Nice. Good. Glue your 2 legs together. Squeeze the shoulder blades back and down gently. Draw your chin towards your throat. Inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to slowly take the legs down to your challenge zone. So double leg lower. Good. As soon as you feel your neck taking over from your core, that's usually a good indicator that that's your lowest point. And then bring your legs and your knees as close in towards your body as possible on the way up. Slowly take them down. Yes. Nice. Down. And up. See if you can get an exhale on the way down. Inhale on the way up. Very good. Nice, really nice. Exhale on the way down and inhale on the way up. Bringing them in super close to get that sense of hamstring stretch as the legs come close in towards you. Lower belly draws in towards the spine as the legs come close in. Last 2. And last time. If you hear me do the reverse breathing, it's just because I'm talking. Nice. Let's take the feet to the floor. Well done. Remove the ball from underneath your bum. Okay, guys. Really great. We're going to change it up completely now. So we're going to roll up into seated. And we're going to come onto all 4. So you can actually, do you know what? We're going to keep using the ball between our knees here. Just to keep our alignment and just so that we can stay nice and honest. But if it messes with the vibe of your day, then you can get rid of it. Okay? All right, so the ball's going to go between the knees. And we're in a high kneeling position. I want to put my pinky toes on the mat here. So it's a weird thing to think about, but try and get that. And then tuck, lengthen into the lower back. Nice. Good. Perfect. Reach your 2 arms forward. Palms are going to face up. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to try and hinge ourselves back, okay? So we're going to slowly hinge until you feel the front of your thighs burn. Squeeze your bum to bring yourself forward. Okay, let's go for 8. Coming back. Nice. And up. Good. There we go. 7. As you come forward, think about your pubic bone leading the way. So it's like a little teeny tiny mini glute squeeze. Could kind of get that momentum moving forward. There we go. And for 4. Good. Last 3. And 2. And last time. Amazing. Beautiful. Keep the ball where it's at. Take your hands down to the floor. Tuck your toes under and bring yourself into downward facing dog. Nice. Okay, you might need to just adjust your feet, your hand distance from your feet. Get that feeling good for you. Nice job. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, we're going to ripple forward into our plank position, squeezing the ball between our knees as we come forward. Good. And then lift your bum up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale here with me. Exhale, slowly bring yourself forward, rippling through the spine to come forward, shoulders above the wrist. Squeeze the ball between your knees. Find your bum. Good. And then come up and back. Nice. 5 more to go. Exhale to come forward. Shining the heart forward, squeeze the ball between the inner thighs. Inhale, come up and back. Good. Last 4. Exhale, come forward, squeezing the ball between the inner thighs. Find your bum. Nice. And up and back. Last 2. Beautiful. And last one, I'd like you to hold your plank if you can, please. Take it forward. Keep the squeeze. Nice. All right, holding your plank, lower the knees down to the ground, untuck your toes, keeping your spine beautiful and long. So that spine, yeah, exactly, kind of a half plank position. We're going to lower down onto our tummy. Good. From here, pubic bones pressing into the floor. But your belly button is lifting away from the ground. I know those two things are super close to one another, but I'm being specific for a reason. So pubic bone pushes into the floor, but belly button lifts away from the floor. Try and find those two things. Your hips, the fronts of your hip creases, I want you to expose them into the ground as much as possible. So as much hip extension as you can muster. To help you with that, you squeeze your bum, okay? The ball is still there for you to help you with alignment. You can get a little bit of a squeeze going on the ball. That's pretty mean. Lift your heart away from the ground. Okay, and I specifically say heart and not chin poke forward. So keep your chin gently tucked towards your throat. Magnetize the back of your skull up towards the sky. Good. Keep squeezing the ball between the inner thighs, pubic bone down into the floor, belly button lifts. And then maybe you can reach your arms back behind you. Exactly. Good. Turn your palms to face the sky. You've got 2 apples, one in each hand. You want to turn them up towards the sky. Your collarbones are as open as possible here. See if you can lift your heart a little bit more. Did you lose the squeeze of the ball? I did. See if you can squeeze it again. Pubic bone to the floor, belly button lifts. And I want you to circle your arms back behind you for 10. Drawing little circles with your apples. 9, 8, 7, 6. As you breathe, try not to let your tummy bulge down into the floor. Breathe into the sides of the ribs. 3, 2, 1. Reverse direction. Squeeze the ball. Pubic bone down. Belly lifts. 7, 6. Chin tucked, magnetizing through the crown of the head forwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Hands underneath the shoulders. Think about your body being in a plank position here. And we're going to come up into half plank on our knees. Nice. There she is. Good. And then walk your hands back. Come up into high kneeling. And we're back into our hinges. Okay. Good job. Pinky toes on the ground. Exactly. Get that ball feeling good. Sassy. All right. I don't know why, but this room is like so dark, and I would like check the light before I started. But anyway, all right. So squeeze your bum, press your pubic bone forward, tuck and lift. So we're maintaining that position throughout the whole sequence. Inhale here. As you exhale, hinge it back. I kind of like bringing my hands to my chest for the hinge, and then bring it forward. But you can do whatever you want with your hands. Okay, hinge it back. Nice, and forward. Get a little bit more booty squeeze going on there if you can. So you would imagine here, just as you were just doing on the floor, pubic bone forward, or at least mounding forward, belly button lifts away, or I guess belly button draws in and up. Ooh. Going for 4 more. Nice. Yes, you're getting further and further each time. And 3. Notice if your knees want to splay apart. Keep the ball as a good guideline for the knee positioning. 2, and last time. Amazing. Well done. Hands to the ground. Tuck the toes under, and let's take it up and back into downward facing dog. Well done. Okay, cool. Inhaling here. We exhale, ripple forward into plank. Squeezing the ball between the inner thighs in this plank. Shine your heart forward. Yes, good. And then come up and back. Nice. 7 more to go. Exhale to come forward. Squeeze the ball. Shine the heart forward. And up and back. Good. Last 6. Bring it forward. And squeeze. There we go. And up. Last 5. And up and back. So you can feel as you come forward, this is number 4, hips open at the front as you come forward into your plank. Squeeze your bum. And then as I come up and back, my hips are flexed. No more butt squeeze needed. 2. Squeeze. And lift. Last time, stay in your plank if you can. It's just a momentary hold. And then keeping that plank-like shape in the upper body, just kiss your knees to the floor. So you end up in a half plank. Exactly. Good. Lower yourself down. Pubic bone, navel, chest. Well done. Keeping that ball where it's at. Now, grab your yoga block or your baking tin, whatever you've got, and put it on your bum. So right there on your tailbone, to be more specific. Exactly. Okay. Now, you're going to have your forehead on the mat for this one, so maybe you can just listen to my voice, but if you get confused, then just take a look. It's kind of simple. The positioning that you've been working on, pubic bone into the floor, I want you to get that. So press the pubic bone into the ground, lengthen through the tailbone. Lift your belly button away from the floor, so space for a picnic for some ants underneath your tummy. Yep, don't crush the ants. And then if you can think about the squeeze of the ball between the inner thighs, guys, that's so mean to add that in, but see if you can get even a little bit of that going. So a little bit of activation between the inner thighs, pubic bone into the floor, belly buttons lifting. So everything is squeezing towards the midline. Now, keeping your forehead on the ground for the first one, see if you can pick up the block with both hands, lift it off of your butt, and then straighten out your elbows behind you, squeezing your shoulder blades together and down. So your neck is free. Okay, hang out here. I just want to take a look at you. Oh yes, nice. Good. So all of us have our hands tightly wrapped around our block or our tin. See if you can maybe just remove your fingers from the equation. Use the fleshy bit of the palm of your hand to hold that block in space. So unwrap your fingers and just squish the ball between your palms. Notice if as you do that you lose your pubic bone, belly button, inner thighs. Find that again. Squeeze the ball, pubic bone, belly. 5, 4, you can hear me struggling. 3, 2, 1, and lower the block to your bum. Take your hands underneath your forehead and just have a moment. Are we okay? Okay, cool. Like that should be like, whoa. All right. We're going to take that. Let's repeat the exact same thing. And then I'll offer you a little bit of an extra challenge in the moment. Okay, so forehead back to the floor. Okay, and let's take our hands back to our block or our tin, whatever, with the elbows bent just for now. And then get your alignment. Okay, so maybe start with the squeeze of the ball. Then pubic bone into the ground. Belly button lifts away from the ground. And then perhaps you could lift the block off of your booty Straighten out the arms. And then remove your fingers from the equation. Just try and crush that block between the palms of your hands. If by doing that, you lose inner thighs, pubic bone, belly, get it again. Maybe here you could lift your heart off of the ground. Keep gazing at the floor or slightly to the horizon. Hold for 5. Good. 4. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Straighten the elbows. 3, 2, 1. Come down. Good. Hands underneath the forehead. Take a moment. Are we okay? Alyssa's like, thumbs down. All right, I'm going to offer you one last try, okay? This last try, we're going to try and lift our chest off of the ground and pulse that block in the sky for a count of 10, okay? And then we're going to be done with that whole situation. So pressing the pubic bone into the floor, reach back, grab your object of torture. Extra little moment here to think about pinky toe. You're like, why the hell should I worry about that? It's going to influence your pelvic positioning. So maybe you can still feel pinky toe on the mat. Press the pubic bone into the floor. Squeeze your ball. Lift your lower belly. And then let's see if we can straighten out the arms, lifting the block off of our bum. Take your hands, your fingers out of the situation. Crush the block. Straighten the elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades together and down. Lift the lower belly, pubic bone into the floor, squeeze your ball, and then lift your chest if you can. See if you can pulse those arms up and down with the block for 10, 9, 8, good, 7, 6, lift your belly, 6, pubic bone down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Put the block to one side. Hands underneath your shoulders. Press yourself up and back into downward facing dog. Well done. Nice. Just take a moment here in your down dog. Breathe. Relax through the neck. Take an inhale. As you exhale, see if you can take your left hand to tap your right shin, and then take the left hand back to where it was. Right hand taps left shin. Good. Take it back to where it was. And swap. 8. And back. Good. 7. And back. Now, as you swap from arm to arm, could you start to walk your hands towards your feet? So every time you place a hand back, start to make your distance from your hands to feet a little smaller. That's the word. Smaller. Yeah? Little tiny little journey back. Hand to foot, foot to hand. Let's go for 4 more. Yes. Good. 3, 2, and 1. See if you can end in a forward fold. That ball is still between your knees. Good. Relax your neck and shoulders. Let those elbows hang, head hang. Relax your jaw, your cheeks. Take one more breath here in your forward fold. Beautiful. And then we're going to take 3 roll-ups, roll-downs to end off, all right? So feet parallel, hip width distance. You're going to slowly roll up to restack the spine. Nice. Take a moment in standing. Keeping the ball between the inner thighs, just using the ball to gauge your stance, the equality of your stance. Inhale, reach your arms up. Big stretch. Exhale, cactus through the arms, squeezing the shoulder blades back and down. Nod your chin towards your chest. Soft bend into the knees. Slowly roll it down. Good. You do quite a lot of thoracic extension with that the lifts of the block on your bum. Use this chance now to elongate and lengthen through your posture as you come up and down. Just restacking, getting taller. Roll yourself up. Nice. Inhale, reach your arms up. Last time. Good. Exhale, cactus. Nod the chin towards the chest. Soft bend to the knees. Slowly roll it down. Good. And last time we roll up together. Slowly does it. Roll shoulder blades back and down. Remove the ball from between your inner thighs. My friends, that is 30 minutes of Pilates with purpose. Done.